Good afternoon. First, I'd like to thank the conference organizers both for inviting me and putting on such an excellent three-day conference for us to all share and learn from, and to meet so many new and really wonderful people dedicated to the same cause. What we've learned just from the people in this room, is people are traveling all over the world all the time. In 2013, 3 billion people flew on international flights. The number of persons illegally crossing borders is almost incapable of calculation. And UNODC estimates that the amount of illicit money flowing through the world at any given year is in the hundreds of billions of dollars. Public defenders and other criminal legal aid service providers are seeing an unprecedented number of clients who are foreign nationals, and many from far distant areas of the world from where they work. With this growth of transnational crime, and many public defenders face client issues that are in a foreign country and lack the resources to investigate the issues to gain a better understanding of the family or the culture or the personal issues that their client is confronting and dealing with, and in ways that they need to know to provide full and adequate representation of that individual in the domestic court that they're in front of. With a centralized and easy way to get public defender contact information, the internet gives us this tool if we sort of harness it correctly. We propose to develop an online public defender database of information about public defenders who volunteer, join in, who will provide some pro bono assistance to another public defender, legal aid service provider from any other part of the world, knowing that at any moment their case will come along where they're going to need help at this part of the world. And by sharing our knowledge and our time, without having to find large budgets or expenses, we believe that this type of cooperative association of contact with each other would provide better information and better resources to defend our clients. Some examples of this would be extradition cases. Many times there's a need for legal experts or attorneys from the country that your government is seeking to extradite your client to, as to what's the legal system there? What are the prison conditions? What are the rights to a fair trial? What are the human rights abuses for this type of defendant going back? Any number of issues. How do you find that out? And with a centralized system that you could look up online, public defender in Mexico City, and send an email, and there's an understanding that they will do what they can to help you and provide that information to you. We've worked for the last couple months very closely with our good friends at the Israeli Public Defender. Anat Horowitz is here with this program on this, to kind of start to try to define how would this work and how would it come about. And in that, we realized there are more examples than we thought even originally, but that we also need to take our time and sort of design and carefully come up with a program over the next year to make it work correctly, not just sort of put something online and walk away from it. So our goal is to set up over the next year some system and to be reaching out to public defenders around the world to participate in, so that this information can be known, and then you can work directly with a public defender in a country that you need the information from in your client. Many countries have prisoner transfer agreements that are between the governments. But what role do the public defenders play in understanding those transfers and where that person, when they transfer back, will go? Some countries don't have prisoner transfer agreements, but maybe you represent a client who would be far better off if they could go home to their country. Maybe they've got health or mental health issues that being in an institution or under some care closer to their family would be of a great help to them than being in a foreign prison thousands of miles away from any loved one. And so having a public defender on the other end to start to help you work out how possibly to arrange this, to give you matters to put in front of your court to encourage or to authorize the transfer is critical. Another area would be just simply collecting evidence. Evidence that might be readily available in a home country, but for a public defender 3,000 miles away is all but impossible. Might as well be on the moon. And through this system, we believe it will also act to promote human rights, to encourage lawyers to go to the best practices, and in essence build a collaborative agreement among public defenders, more informally, but not unlike how we see prosecutors and police able to pick up the phone and call a colleague thousands of miles away and get information. So I again thank the organizers for just a wonderful conference. I encourage any of you to please reach out to me. My email address is in the materials, but it's also quite simple, Rice, R-I-C-E-S, Rices at WLU.edu. I welcome your comments, I welcome your thoughts, your interest. This Inter-American Collaborative Agreement is an excellent one to learn from. And as you send me your email, we'll keep that, and then we'll stay in touch with you as this develops and we put some real structure to it. Thank you very much.